Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 119 of our BU 365-day challenge to do one thing every day that improves us in some way. This month, the month of April, this segment, we've been focusing on our spiritual well-being. And today, we're almost to the end of the month, so today and tomorrow will be our wrap-up of the spiritual well-being focus for our time through the life framework. Now, today we're going to talk about something called the PSDP, which is a tool that's about creating a personal spiritual development plan. That's what our tool is today. And our action item is going to be to start to think about what would you like to include in your personal spiritual development plan moving forward. We're going to talk about the different components and tips for creating your own. But remember, just like everything else, our spiritual plan, what we want to do, what we want to achieve, and how we want to go about it is unique to us. We all come from different backgrounds, different experiences, different belief systems, and our thoughts and feelings and beliefs are unique to us. So we have to keep that in mind as we're building a plan that works for you. So I'm going to share how you can go about the components you could put in your plan, and I'm going to actually share about what I mapped out for my PSDP, my personal spiritual development plan, which I will then take action on and carry out throughout the rest of the year, a little bit at a time. But part of making sure that I continually improve in my spiritual development is making sure that I make time for it and pay attention to it. It's really easy as we get busy in our lives to let certain areas and aspects fall by the wayside for other more urgent or more important in our mind or more critical things that take up our time. Now, we all, believe it or not, have the same 24 hours in a day, so we all can make time for the things that are a priority for us. So if our spiritual development is a priority for us, we will schedule and make time and find the time to do the things that help us to connect with our higher self, to connect with our higher power, things that make us feel more peace, more love, more joy, more calm, more grateful, things that help us to calm our minds and our emotions and deal with everyday changes and situations that come up for each and every one of us. So let's talk about, let me grab a magnifying glass so I can actually see what I'm looking at, and talk about 6 tips and ideas for creating your own personal spiritual development plan. And then I'll share the things that I put in mind. I actually have 6 items in mind right now, which don't necessarily correspond with these 6 things. They're just 6 things that I brainstormed that I am committing to do moving forward for my personal spiritual development plan. So what are some things we can include? Well, we want to include time to meditate. Why? Because meditation reduces stress. It helps us focus on the present moment. And if you don't meditate, and again, we've talked about meditation before, it's how it works for you. For me, meditation is going for a walk in nature and breathing and being present in nature, or it is sitting somewhere quietly, maybe not so quietly, and just quieting my mind and focusing on my breath. To me, that's meditation. Or there's all kinds of different methodologies for meditation, depending on how regimented or strictly you want to adhere to a meditation practice or different types of practices. Study, investigate, find what works and feels best for you. For me, it's just breathing. Number 2, we want to have time for soul searching and self-reflection, right? We want to have time to think about our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, our experiences, and our connection to our higher power. What do these things mean to us? What do our experiences mean to us with respect to our connectedness, our spirituality, our religion, etc.? We want to have 3, time to connect with our higher power, whether it's through whether it's through prayer, a religious practice. Maybe you're part of a religious organization and you have rituals and routines that you follow as part of that religious organization. As a Catholic, we had a whole lot of them. But you want to have time to connect with your higher power. Anything that brings you gratitude, peace, joy, love, more feelings that you want to feel is connection to your higher power. So however you set that up for you. 4th, we want to have time for creative endeavors and things that bring us joy. Hobbies, fun activities, things that make us feel good about ourselves, about life, about things around us, about other people, about our connection, about our spirituality. 5, we want to have time for gratitude. Gratitude, secret, it's not a huge secret. More and more people are talking about it. But the secret to really having a connection to your higher power and really feeling good about your life and continuing to improve every single day a little bit is to be grateful for what is working in your life already. as much as we like to complain about our lives and things that are in our life that aren't perfect, for everything that's wrong in our life, there's probably 10 things that are perfectly fine, normal, and actually awesome in our lives. So if we focus on the things that are good in our lives and are grateful for them, we get more of them in our lives. And finally, we want to make time for positive affirmations. We want to make sure that we're negating and shutting down that little negative voice in our head that tends to sneak up whenever negative emotions, or we try to tell ourselves we're not good enough or that we don't deserve something. So what's in my personal spiritual development plan? Number one, daily meditation and mindfulness. I actually schedule and have been doing it for a little while, time into my personal schedule, morning and night, to do meditating, to have some quiet time. I also try to sneak in some during the day, especially in my low energy times of day where it's a relaxing practice that helps me to revitalize and bump up my energy. Since I said yesterday, my spiritual connection area to focus on is my spiritual physical connection, I am going to take a lot of action in the things that I do and physically do things along with my spiritual personal development plan, because it will help to create a connection and a trigger. So for example, I do positive affirmations when I brush my teeth every morning and night. And I know that's weird, but it's a physical way of connecting to the act of remembering and making it a habit to do those affirmations. So number 6 of my, no, that isn't number 6. Number 5 is daily affirmations to improve how I talk to myself. Number 1 is daily meditation, mindfulness. Number 2, schedule soul searching and reflection time. I do not do enough of this. I do gratitude every day. I do affirmations every day, but I do not do enough review of and soul searching and reflection of my thoughts, my actions, my behaviors, and my beliefs. So I'm going to schedule more of that. Number 3, I'm going to do a creative and schedule some kind of a creative endeavor weekly, something that I just love to do. Something I did this last week was I don't see very well, so I don't color anymore, but I had a canvas and I just used my granddaughter's colored markers and I made this all kinds of different colored pink and peach just design, and it made me feel good just to be creatively doing something. So I'm going to schedule those things, at least one thing a week that I'm doing that's feeding my creativity and my spirit and my soul. I said number 4 is gratitude journal. I already keep a gratitude journal, but like anything else, I can get better at actually using and writing in my gratitude journal. Number 6, daily affirmations to improve my self-talk. Just talk about that one. And then number 6 for me is connecting with my higher power, finding ways when I'm doing active things like exercising to connect to my higher power and make sure that I am doing that on purpose, talking to my bigger self, talking to my creator, etc. So that's mine. Our action item today, again, is to create your own, or at least think about things that you could add going forward to continue your spiritual growth and development and make it a part of your everyday practices and things. So share maybe one thing in the comments below that you would like to put in your personal spiritual development plan. Have an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow for our final day of spiritual well-being. And so we're going to talk about continuous improvement, spiritual continuous improvement, which our plan is a part of that, right? Whether you do one or not, we want to commit to doing something to pay attention to our spirituality going forward. All right, have a great day. See you tomorrow.